Hello, this is Bill Baldwin of Boulevard Realty with an update on flood maps. Please be aware that the Harris County flood maps are about to change. In fact, the way flood maps will be determined is totally new and revolutionary. Make yourself aware of the process and the timeline at Map Next. Map Next stands for Harris County Modeling, Assessment, and Awareness Project, the first of its kind in the nation. It's the next generation of flood mapping using new methodologies, new technology, and new data. The new maps will be released in early 2025, and thousands of homes in Harris County are expected to be added to both the 100 and 500-year floodplains. Likewise, many homes may no longer be in the 100 or 500-year floodplains. After the announcement, there will be a period of 6 to 9 months of education and input. The adoption is not likely until late 2025 at the earliest. Please keep up to date and refer to Map Next on the Harris County Flood Control website.
HAR TV has expanded and we're now offering video services at 4 locations. Our Fort Bend branch located at 6608 Greatwood Parkway in Sugar Land. Our Montgomery County branch located at 25700 I-45 North in Spring. Our Bay Area branch located at 17225 El Camino Real in Bay Area. And our original location at HAR Central located at 3693 Southwest Freeway in Houston. All 4 locations offer all the same high quality video production that you have always experienced here at our central location. Contact us today to get your video appointment scheduled at any one of our 4 locations.
As realtors, we help our clients with all sorts of matters, including how to find available resources that may assist with the down payment. We are proud to announce that Down Payment Resource is now available on HAR.com. This will allow consumers to find out if they meet the criteria for any of the 70 different assistance programs available in the greater Houston region. Some programs are income-based, but many allow higher incomes than you may think. There are also programs specific for people in certain professions, such as police officers, firefighters, teachers, healthcare workers, and others. About 89% of all listings for sale in Houston qualify for some sort of down payment. To find out more, you may visit www.har.com/down payment and work with your realtor to make sure you have everything you need to be able to purchase the home of your dreams.
Good morning and welcome to Member Focus Monday. I'm Claudia Hernandez, Director of Video Services for HAR. Today, I'd like to welcome HAR's MLS Project Manager, Nathan Goble. Welcome, Nathan.
Thank you, Claudia. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Well, I know you have a lot of information for our members, but before we get started, I wanted to take the time to thank our sponsor for today, Oakberry Trails. Discover Oakberry Trails, a 215-acre master plan community by Ryco Development in the serene prairie lands of Waller, Texas. Oakberry Trails shines with the welcoming rustic charm of oak-lined landscapes and unique gathering spaces, ideal for homebuyers seeking a balance of country comfort and easy urban access. New homes by top Houston builders start from the low 300s, so check them out today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with Nathan. For those of you who don't know him, go ahead and introduce yourself so that they can get to know you a little better, Nathan.
Thank you. HAR is all I've ever known. I've been working for HAR for almost 22 years now. I am responsible for the implementation of all projects related to the MLS. I also lead the amazing quality assurance team that's responsible for enforcing the MLS rules and regulations, assisting members with day-to-day usage of the MLS, which includes the Matrix platform, the Realist Tax platform, and all of our MLS Platinum tools.
Great. So you guys handle everything, right, behind the scenes?
Basically.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started then. So our agents spend a lot of time in Matrix, right? So what changes have been made recently in the Matrix platform?
Well, over the past year, we've launched several new features for our members. In June, we launched Rent Spree, and Rent Spree is a rental application and screening platform that allows you to quickly and easily offer tenant screenings on your residential lease listings and manage the application process, background checks, credit scoring, and eviction reports. The cost is only $39 to the prospective tenant to make the application. If you use Rent Spree within minutes, it generates a URL and automatically puts it on your listings so that the leasing agents can automatically click on that or send it to their client and start the application process. And if that application doesn't work out, that tenant can actually reuse that application for another Rent Spree application. And the growth in our market has been pretty significant. I think we've seen more than 3,000 listings that have used Rent Spree since it launched 6 months ago. After that, in July, we launched Omni MLS, the access to Omni MLS, which allows our members with one click to go directly into the Latin America MLS. And that has access to 100,000 members in their platform across 21 countries. And they now have more than 36,000 active for sale properties. This allows you to enhance your professional networking, your collaboration and knowledge exchange, and you can expand referral opportunities and exposure for listings in those countries and vice versa.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Shortly after that, we did our annual database changes, and this is where we add our new fields and our new values every year. Key new fields that we added this year would be the HOA amenities field, which is a pick list that lets you select which amenities and allows you to highlight what the HOA or that community offers specifically to new home buyers. And then we added accessibility features. And accessibility features was an ADA field that we've added that allows you to highlight any ADA features your property may have. Both of these fields are fully searchable so that buyers can use those features to try and find properties that meet their wants. Then
wow. That's awesome.
Yes, I was very proud of those, and those were member feedback. So it started from members and then came to fruition. And then last month, as we all know, we completed the Unlock MLS data share, and this is what gave our members access to all of the listings in the Greater Austin area that are listed in Unlock MLS. As of this morning, that's about 22,000 active for sale properties. And you have them seamlessly integrated with your own searches, so you don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to change anything, and they're in the same report and layout. So that's just native. If you want to search for Austin properties, you just put the city Austin, and you'll see 5,000 results. Just like with the San Antonio data share, there's a prefix on Austin listings that says AU. And if you see AU, that means it's a listing from their system. And we put that on the MLS number, we put that on the agent ID and the office ID.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. Is that all?
No, there's one more. We did one more thing after that.
Okay.
We launched the map search beta, and we launched it in beta because it's not finished. This is another step forward in modernizing in getting the responsive design of our MLS platform to our members. This new map search is designed from the ground up to work on any device, a phone, a tablet, a desktop, and scale to the resolution of the screen being used. If you'll notice in this screenshot, there's no dead white space on the right-hand side. That's been one of the biggest complaints from members with higher resolution monitors. This takes full advantage of that space. We will be continuing to make improvements to this report, to this search this year, including a major update for a new responsive design agent full report that is designed to complement how this looks right here. And then if you have any feedback or concerns regarding this this new search interface, please don't hesitate to contact the MLS department.
Awesome. That's amazing. So many great changes and updates to the MLS. So, of course, as you all know, if you have any questions or comments for Nathan, please leave them in the chat and we'll get to them. Our first one comes from Felita, and she asks, can we add a field for golf cart garages?
I would, without cheating for too long for just a second, but I actually think that we might have that under garage carport description.
Okay.
And give me just a second to, I know I probably shouldn't be doing that live, but
it's okay. I'm sure Felita really appreciates it.
So if you look up the field garage carport description, there's actually a value there right now for golf cart garage.
Awesome.
And so you can use that to either search or highlight that for your property.
Great. That's awesome. So I'm so glad that you did that live, and now Felita, you answered Felita's question. So let's go on to some of the questions that we have for you. We now have, like you mentioned, the data share agreements with San Antonio and Austin. So I know everyone wants to know if there will be more data share agreements with other associations in Texas in the future. Are you able to tell us anything about that?
So the short answer is we're working on it. We're working to deliver a data share and a key share with Netris later this year. Okay. And for those that don't know, Netris is the North Texas Real Estate Information Services. They're a regional MLS that services the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And there are 14 associations that participate in that MLS. If we're able to make everything work, after that data share, HAR MLS subscribers would then have access to more than 80% of all active listings in the state of Texas inside their native MLS. Stay tuned for more information about that.
That's amazing, obviously. And this is why everybody loves having you on. You give us such great information about all the changes and updates on Matrix, so thank you for that. As of today, the new HAR CRM is only available to Platinum subscribers. Is the HAR CRM integrated with Matrix?
In some ways. Right now, if you were to go into the CRM and you wanted to use your contacts from Matrix, you could use the import utility, and then you'll see an option to import your contacts from Matrix so that you could bring them into the CRM. That's one way that we've integrated. Another way is if you're working deals, the current status of a listing in that deal would be pulled from the MLS. There will be other features that we're looking to integrate with Matrix in the CRM in the future as the product continues to be developed. And then, of course, we're always, it sounds like a repeat, but we love our feedback from our members. And any feedback they have regarding the CRM or how Matrix and the CRM could work together, we'd be more than happy to hear it so that we could work to improve the product.
Right.
And any feedback you have about the CRM should go to crm@har.com.
All right, so that's crm@hr.com. And like you mentioned before, with all the additional tools and things that have been added to Matrix, a lot of this is from member feedback, right? So we get all these tools, all these changes we get from you guys. So make use of that feedback button and let us know what you think and how we can make things better for you. So it's important for agents to showcase their market knowledge, obviously, to their clients. So how can members stay up to date within their market?
So as we all know, real estate's ultimately local. So it's very important for our members to be aware of activity in the short term, the medium term, and the long term. For the short term, I highly recommend using the Market Watch on your dashboard homepage. It allows you to see activity for today, the past 24 hours, the past 3 days, and the past 7 days. What I recommend is configuring it to your specific market. And if there's 2 markets that you want to monitor, is use the all properties option and configure a second market, making sure to select your property class. Each of these colored bars on the Market Watch can be clicked on, and then you can see all of those properties that have gone new since the last in that time frame, or has had a price decrease, or any of the other options that you see on the screen there. Moving on to the medium and long term, you could use the statistics feature inside Matrix and run analyses to see transactions over time, price appreciation over time, to kind of give that confidence to your client who may be hearing in the news that the market's slowing and things aren't looking good. And you can run a statistical report to show them that even though sales may be down, prices are still up 3%. And that is a good confidence reinforcer for anyone who may be nervous. And then finally, the months of inventory report, I would recommend any listing agent use because it helps them determine how long of a listing they may need. Months of inventory tells you how long it would take to sell all the active properties based on the previous year's worth of sales. And so if you see that the MOI is 9 in your subdivision, but your client only wants a 6-month listing agreement, you would use the months of inventory report to tell them this may not be a winning situation because the market's saying it takes 9 months to sell all the properties. And that's located in the marketing reports section away from stats.
Awesome. Okay, so I just have as I mentioned, leave comments and questions in the chat for Nathan. But I had a couple comments I wanted to read regarding the data share. Somebody said, Dallas, please. And then Shannon said, I love the map. It's so useful. So getting a lot of great feedback from our members here. Angie is asking, can you please give more info on the super key share? Is there anything else you want to share with the members regarding that?
Well, just like with the Sabor and Unlock MLS data share, they had complementary key shares. And so we're working to get a key share with Netris that would do the same thing as in Austin and San Antonio. So then if everything works out, your key, without having to do anything else, would be able to open a lockbox in a Netris listing, an ABOR listing, and a Sabor listing, as well as Galveston. And that's what we want, is the reciprocity and ease. And of course, always remembering geographic competency. And I always have to make sure I mention that because, just because you have access to an area doesn't mean you need to go to that area. You need to make sure you're knowledgeable in that area, or you need to hand it off.
Right.
But yeah, the key share is going to be, we're working on that hand in hand with the data share.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, and another question from Demetria. She said, what is the best way to search for gated communities, especially manned gated communities?
The best way is going to be the exterior field. Using the exterior field, there is a value called controlled subdivision access. That maybe it escapes some agents because it doesn't say gated community directly. So that would be the best way that I would use it, because that's the catch-all, because there is an access field that's not mandatory. And the problem you run with voluntary fields is you get voluntary information. And so they're more likely to put controlled subdivision access than anything else right now.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you, Demetria, and thank you, Nathan, for answering that. So on to our next question. Your team handles all of the violations that are reported. What would you say is the best way for a member to report a violation?
The best way is to use the yellow triangle inside of Matrix right above the Agent Full report. That little guy you click on, and it will give you several items to choose from that you can select the violation and then submit it. And then it goes into our queue to be worked. And if any of them don't work, there's a compliancy review for a catch-all for anything else. I would tell you that anything that's a little more involved or may require documentation, it may be better to email us at mlsqa@har.com. But I can tell you that the yellow triangle is used more than 8,300 times last year. And we love our members, using that, because we can't see everything and we don't know everything, but our members, ultimately do. And so we appreciate that kind of feedback as well.
Right, that's great. So our members can help us keep the site up to date and accurate. And, again, feedback. We need you guys to take a look at all of these things and let us know how we can improve and to fix some of those violations. So there's a lot that falls under the MLS department, right? I know you guys do a lot. Your team has been working to create a page that's kind of a one-stop shop for all resources members may need. Can you tell us a little more about that?
So we've been working on this in the background. It's born from all of our incoming calls that we get and emails from our members. We, in the quality assurance department, we interact with our members right around 100,000 times a year. And a lot of those interactions are the same. And so we created a page that's going to be added to the members only portal in the near future that allows you to see 2 sections. It's going to have resources and support and training documents all together in one spot. And so the first section is going to contain important information like a link to all of the support numbers for HAR and all of our vendors. We get many calls or chats or, how do I contact Dotloop? And we actually have a page that tells you that information, and it normally tells you their hours as well.
Okay.
We'll also have a direct link to the HAR newsroom, which, our members love to look at the weekly activity snapshot.
Yep.
They love to look at the monthly releases, the housing affordability index. It's all right there. And then it's also going to have the graphic, the MLS listing distribution showing where your properties are syndicated is in that one. And then in the training documents, we provide links to the top rules to remember, which is the English version of the MLS rules and regulations. And we provide that link as well. And then we also include how-to guides to read for Matrix, as well as our link to our platinum videos and our Matrix tutorial videos, making it easier for those that are maybe more interested in helping themselves than reaching out.
Got it. Okay. Now, regarding the market update numbers, working in the video department, what I get a lot, one question that I get a lot is, can I take those numbers that HAR provides and create my own marketing videos or my own market videos, or make them myself with a twist, but using HAR's information? Are they allowed to use that?
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right. So as long as they're, sourcing HAR,
yes, the standard practices of sourcing where you got your data is 100%. But yes, you can use what we put out and repurpose it or put it on your blog or put it onto your mailer. And I know that many of you do, because I actually get several like press release emails 3 hours after our press release goes out.
Yeah. That was going to be my next question. How many members would you say on average are you actually using this information?
It's hard to say. I would hope that most of them would, because it's freely available for them to use and have meaningful content for them to put onto their blog or their site, or it's just an extra engagement opportunity for them to have with their clients. And if it's been a while since you've reached out to them, once a month is certainly not a bad opportunity to remind them you're still there.
Right. And it's a great way to stand out, right? Every realtor is trying to find a way to show their value, to stand apart from all the other realtors. So showing them that your market, the Houston market and the narrowed down market is a great way to stand out. So Nathan, as we wrap, is there anything else you would like to share with our members? Nathan is still looking at the comments and questions. If you have any, please leave them in the chat. But as we're wrapping, let us know if you have anything else to share with our members.
So, as we've said a couple times in this session, all the changes that you see occurring on HAR and MLS start with member feedback. And so if you've ever thought about an idea or had it, thought something would be really cool to work in the system, send it to us. And the easiest way to do that is to click on the feedback button at the top of Matrix. There's in the red bar up there. If you just click on that, you will directly send a message to us. And we read all of those, and we take them seriously. And many of them get submitted to the MLS advisory group for review, and then based on your peers, they're voted to be approved. And just about every change that we make in the MLS is born from member feedback. And so we can't thank our members enough for how much feedback they have. And I really hope they never run out. And I just appreciate all the feedback from the system.
That's great. So we have a question from Kevin. He said, where are the best training/resources to teach agents how to use the MLS? First for basics, then to use the more powerful features. Any updates, improvements planned for these training resources?
So we just covered it on the resources. But that's available inside of our HAR TV channel to look at our library of videos for Matrix and for Platinum tools. That's where I would recommend anyone go there. Honestly, beyond that, hands-on taking the Matrix 1 and Matrix 2 classes are 6 hours of time well spent. Because one of the things that we get called about a lot in the quality assurance department is that I don't think I can do this, or how do I do this? And the feature is actually kind of hiding in plain sight. And it's because there's so much to Matrix that it's easy to not notice many of the things it does have. And so taking Matrix 1 or 2, depending on your tenure, every couple of years, it never hurts, because we update our manuals inside Matrix 1 and 2 to go with the changes that occur inside of Matrix, like the map search. That is now a part of the Matrix 1 and 2 curriculum. Before December, of course, it wasn't there. And so now you can learn about it right there. Or emailing MLS QA if you're stuck. We're more than happy to try and help you get resolved. But as far as updates and improvements beyond that, we can look at our videos and see what needs updating. They always need review, because everything in technology is always changing.
Yes.
So great feedback, Kevin. Thank you.
Yeah, and we have Melinda Berkman said the new course, Matrix Basics, as well, is one of my favorites. So that's so great. Remember to go to har.com/edu to sign up for those classes, and you can see which one works best for you. Val Howell said, thank you, Claudia and Nathan. Thank you, HR, for listening to our members. That's huge, right? We always listen to our members. We take their feedback seriously, and we try to implement it as much as we can. Crystal Clark from our professional development department said we have 3 Matrix classes that have just been rewritten. So there you go. If you want new information, again, go to the EDU site to sign up for one of those classes. So thank you so much for all of this information, Nathan. I know our members really appreciate everything.
Well, thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it.
So that's it for today's Member Focus Monday. Next Monday, we will not be having a Member Focus Monday. Our offices will be closed in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but you can join us again on Monday, January 27th, when we have HR Director of Political Affairs and TREPAC, Karen Driscoll, and HR Director of Governmental Affairs and Advocacy, Amber Alfred Burton. They will be giving us a preview of this year's legislative session. So thanks again to Nathan. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great week, everyone.
Take care, everybody.